Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Conquest video guide. Now you will be able to find these and all my other Conquest guides on my SWGOH Live Tool website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. They will link in the description below. I'll just be adding all the Conquest videos as I'm going through and playing through. Now in this one I'll show you some of the teams here that are using Sector 1 to make very good progress versus both Sector and global feats at the same time. I will do a separate video just showing you the mini boss and final boss battles. So again, if you're not subscribed yet to my channel, go ahead and do it so you don't miss the video once it comes live shortly right after this video. But anyway, let's just kick off this video now by looking at the global feats we have to take care of. So we do have to have, have some sort of Sith Empire team and Old Republic, have to do some Nihilus and Sion battles in there, and also using teams that do not have a leader in the leading slot. Now for this one, for the no leader feat, I definitely recommend try to knock this out in the first day or two while you're in Sector 1, because as you're hitting Sector 2, 3 and 4, enemies become difficult, and then you will definitely want to have somebody in the leading slot. So definitely prioritize this feat now in first day or two while you're playing through Sector 1. Other than that, we'll make good progress, as you'll see. We also have to learn whenever we do Sith Empire, their battles, just have to try and time the kills with Malak and Revan, because you can see sustained by rage feat, we do have to get 100 kills with those two dudes. Alright, let's hop into Sector 1 now and also review the feats that are waiting for us here. No, I don't wanna, I'll pass on the Conquest pass, thank you very much. But let's first have a look at data disc. Not a great selection to begin with, all gray. I think I'll pick up the critical support. I guess some health recovery could be handy at some point, because the other two ones, yeah, being gray, I'm not very inspired by looking at them. I won't equip it just yet, just that I don't need to unequip it later and waste crystals. We'll see if I can make do without data disc to begin with. In terms of feats in Sector 1, we have to defeat 50 enemies with Old Republic units, then win at least 20 battles without losing any units. So flawless will just kind of happen while you're playing through, you don't have to pay attention. And then we've got a health steal up, plenty of teams I'll show you using for health steal and potency downs, so hopefully those two feats really won't be difficult to achieve as well. So the only one that kind of will need a little bit of grind here in Sector 1 is the Old Republic feat. But at least while you're doing your Old Republic battles here, you're doing also the global Old Republic feat anyway, so I guess it's not too bad, it's not as bad as it looks, I think. Okay, so let's just first kick off with battle number 1 for today's video. I've got this Throne Empire team. It's quite annoying, so I just decided to throw in Sith Empire using Malak lead. Remember, we do have this global feat where we are not supposed to use leaders for 20 battles. That's why lots of these battles I'll be showing you, there will be a non-leader in the leading slot. I mean, Malak here is a one-man machine, to be honest. He keeps Vader on lockdown because of the damage over times, and we keep spreading fear. There you go, we keep fearing them. So here, whenever you're using Sith Empire, you'll just try to time the hits in a way that either Darth Revan or Malak defeat one of the enemies. That's why, like, having Sith Marauder in there is maybe not ideal, because you'll see he will snipe a couple of kills as well. But there I just decided, let's just get Vader out before he does something silly. So maybe having somebody like Sith Assassin, if you have her relic up, or a Sith Empire Trooper would be better, because Sith Marauder, he's getting lots of turn meter and things like that, and he's hitting pretty hard with all those debuffs lying around. So it's definitely he sniped a few kills for me. Now I believe that defeating summon units, not sure if that counts as defeat or not. I don't think it does. But you can just use summon units to kind of stall the battle while you line up the hits with Malak and Revan here. So there you go, finally got a kill with Revan. Just speeding up the footage here. There you go, Malak drained their pulps, so looks like I got 2 kills here with Revan or Malak. I would say on average you will probably get about 3 kills if you time things correctly, so I'm counting like roughly 3 there per battle. And because you have to do 40 Sith Empire battles anyway, that one Revan and Malak will just kind of do will get it done automatically by itself. So from using Darth Revan on offense to beating Darth Revan on defense, Bounty Hunters here in Sector 1, they'll be fast enough to outrun these guys. Now, why bringing in Grief? Because with this ability, bring them in cold. If this ability, while using this ability, defeat an enemy, you'll gain health steal up on your guys. So remember, we have this health steal feat done. Alright, let's get a taunt up. It's not that it matters, because, you know, Darth Revan would go after the leader anyway. Get mass assist number 1. Just keep going towards that contract. There we go. Sith Empire Trooper down. Big hit on HK. Oh, almost got him down actually. Do you know what? Let's just blow him up. There we go. Okay. Contract almost there. Malak. Okay. Took a few counterattacks. Everybody's feared here, so I'm just gonna do basic. I will try and time that assist ability from Grief in a way that I can defeat an enemy, so I can gain health steal up on my guys. Still kind of fooling around with Malak here. Alright, here we go. Sith Marauder out in the open. Mass assist. Now, unfortunately, I did have buff immunity on my boss, so only 4 units gained health steal up in this particular case. But there you go. That's how you can utilize Bounty Hunters. If you do have them, they're very fun to use, especially in Sector 1. They will blow through pretty much any enemy you're facing. Okay, so we got Ewoks here. Now you start annoying with these constant stuns and everything. So I'm bringing here Boba. Once you do get 12 stacks of momentum, this ability, he's got an AoE potency down. Remember, we got his potency down feat. And then Kira, whenever she kind of becomes prepared, I think she will gain health steal up on herself as well. So a little bit of kind of double dipping here with feats, with health steal up and as well potency down. So here, you know, you've got Beskar Mando. He can kind of keep everybody alive. So just slowing down the footage. There you go. Kira, she gained prepared in this particular case. And now she gained health steal up. So a little bit progress towards there. And I'm still kind of waiting for old Boba to get 12 stacks of momentum, so I can then finally start applying potency down the enemy. Now, unfortunately, Mando here, he took down one of the Ewoks. Let's go ahead, put damage immunity on Boba. He's got now 14 stacks of momentums, and now I can go ahead and use his AoE, and which will apply potency down. Unfortunately, only 3 enemies at this point. But anyway, I'm just trying to stall the battle, keep kind of going after 3PO, and see if I can line up another dare hit with Boba for more potency down. Okay, and Kira gaining, you know, health steal a couple of more times as well. Unfortunately, I think I was just able to get 1 AoE from old Boba in this particular case, but it was the first time I was kind of playing around with his team, so definitely you can a little bit stall harder maybe and get another potency down with old Boba. Alright, let's see what we got next data disk set to choose from. Okay, nothing too interesting. Oh, yes, thank you. So looks like Amplify Agony is making a return. So I will go ahead and equip this one. So hopefully, you know, some of the battles will become easier now. We got a Jedi team, and now I do have Amplify Agony. I'm going with Canderous lead. Remember, no leader, Old Republic. Now I was a little bit struggling before I got these Amplify Agony data discs, because to be honest, if you're trying Old Republic without Bastila or Revan lead, they just don't do any damage. And Canderous, he's not a Jedi, so you cannot revive him. But now that I do have Amplify Agony data disc, I think it's good. Old Republic kill should be much easier now, because obviously there Canderous on his basic, he's applying debuffs, and then Amplify Agony will be doing max health damage to the enemy. Okay, so that's it pretty much. Go ahead, do an AoE here, so you can get buff immunity over there, and I'll just go ahead. So you can see we're doing some good damage now thanks to the Amplify Agony data disc. Canderous really doing nice here damage with all those debuffs he's applying. Only down to 2 Jedi. Just speed up the footage, but just you can see like how low damage actually Old Republic does. Because to be honest, even if you do using Jedi Knight Revan lead with Jedi, you always have somebody in there like, you know, Yoda or Jedi Knight Luke to do the damage. Old Republic, they don't really have big damage dealers, they're just kind of very survivable in one way. But there you go, got a few kills there with Old Republic. Moving on to some sort of mishmash team here with Visas. She's got a health ability that her healing ability will give health steal up to all your allies, and then bringing in young Lando there because his basic applies potency down, bringing in Rey so she can keep the team alive, and then obviously you will need a tank of some sort so they can kind of take all the heat from the enemies, and well, there obviously for his tech. So first I'll put obviously tank tech over on Kenobi, so he's got a permataunt while he has protection. And I'm going to go now keep spamming lifeblood with Rey obviously, so you know we can keep the team alive. Put a weapon tech over on my Visa so she can get more turns hopefully. There we go, just basic, applying potency down, beautiful. Now I will save their heal ability in this particular case on Visas because that's also a revive, because as you will see in a moment, you know, Steadfast Retribution, Rey Whirlwind, she's in the red, Anakin blows her up. That's okay, that's why I saved her heal revive ability now. She brought back Rey, and now I can go ahead, put med pack on Rey so she can keep healing up, and then from here now to basically just kind of keep spamming lifeblood. You don't have to take anybody out, and then you know just keep doing basics here with Lando. He's not doing a lot of damage, so Steadfast Retribution won't really damage him. Just kind of stall the battle, decided to go into ultimate here, see if we can take somebody out, because they do have a few stacks of courage now, so I just decided to go into ultimate, so they waste their stacks of courage, and then I can continue stalling the battle here, basics with Lando, so he can keep applying or attempting to apply potency down. It doesn't have to stick as long as you attempt it. It's good enough for the feat, and then as well see if we can get to another heal ability there with Visas so I can gain health steal up again one more time in this battle. So just, you know, you can just run the clock down, keeping everybody alive. So there you go, health steal up with Visas. Kenobi's got assist ability as well, and then obviously you'll get assist there from Lando, and he can again apply potency down. So it's kind of a mishmash team here if you do have these characters. Even, you know, Lando there and Visas here in Sector 1, you know, enemies don't hit as hard, so Rey's lifeblood should keep them alive from any AoEs of some sorts. Here we go, just running the clock down, all the way down, obviously speeding up the footage. I don't want you sitting here for 5 minutes of me stalling, but just you can see how really this team works really well here. Whirlwind, Padme, and there we go. Here I made a very nice progress, especially with potency down there and both health still up. With, you know, 2 low gear characters. So we go, moving on, got this new team, not the scariest team, so what I'll do Jolee being the lead, that's right. I'll do the 3 Old Republic Jedi, and then bring in Grandmaster Yoda because his basic, same like young Lando's basic, applies potency down, so you can make very good progress towards potency down feats as well. Unfortunately, there's Magna Guarding present there, so Grievous is in stealth, so we can't quite get to him. But anyway, let's go ahead, take the stealth, spread some buffs. I'm just going to go ahead now actually and mark Brute Alpha, might as well get him out so he doesn't keep resummoning Brute over there. Okay, so far so good. Now if somebody gets taken out, we do have Jolee for the revive. So in this case, as you can see Yoda there, if you do defeat an enemy on Yoda's basic, potency down will not apply because damage applies first in Yoda's particular basic and then potency down. So there you go, the enemy has to survive Yoda's basic, so if your Yoda is doing too much damage, maybe take some mods of him if you want to stall a bit harder. But to be honest, there'll be plenty of battles with young Lando, and you know, it's much easier to stall with him because he's not doing as much damage. But obviously if you don't have Rey to keep those low gear guys alive, then you will definitely have to use some sort of Jedi team here. The reason why I put obviously Jolee, Revan and Bastila there, because we have this Old Republic feat here in Sector 1, so you know, can hopefully line up some hits with them as well. Alright, so another way to gain health steal up is using Palpatine. He's got an ability as well that gives health steal up to all your allies, and why not use at the same time, again, no leader team for the global feat, and then, you know, just knock out one Sion and Nihilus battle at the same time. Mon Mothma is a great target for this, a very strong anti-rebel synergy there. Vader can just go ahead, do his Force Crush, go around, applying ability blocks. Obviously I do have Amplify Agony data disk equipped still at this point, so whenever Vader applies debuffs, they're getting max health damage. You can go ahead, increase cooldowns with Nihilus, remove all those buffs, get some pain on the board. I will go ahead now and isolate base, so I don't have to worry about him taunting and everything. Okay, I'm just waiting, there we go. Let's go ahead, use the ability here, and everybody gained health steal up. So let's health steal up 5 times. So you've done that with Palpatine. Now you can just go ahead and finish the battle, no need to stall, because these guys won't live long enough for your Palps to get to another ability for health steal up. I annihilated one of the guys, there we go, and finished off the remaining rebels. And health steal up 5 times, quite easy, and knocking out Sion and Nihilus global feat at the same time. Definitely trying out to get multiple feats at the same time. So this team works similar like a Rey team. Obviously you maybe have Jedi Master Luke, but you do not have Rey. You can use similar sort of team here. Now once you do have Amplify Agony data discs as I have here, Jedi Knight's Luke stun will do lots of damage. That's why Status Attribution got him already in the red, but at least we slow down the enemy. Again, just basics here with Lando. So we can go ahead and do that. I did put Med Pack over on Jedi Knight Luke because he'll be doing lots of damage. So he has to keep healing up. There we go, down goes Anakin. Now without Anakin, they don't have AoE, so they have no way of getting around Jedi Master Luke. So it's pretty much now similar situation as with Rey. You can just kind of stall the battle as long as you can. Jedi Master Luke, he's got an ability as well to call an assist, so you can just call Lando there for assist. So again, with his basic, he applies potency down, and obviously Visa's there. It's there for her health steal up healing abilities. So there you go, another kind of, you know, mishmash team here that allows you to get 2 feats done at the same time. Alright, so I've got now a couple of more still these Galactic Legend battles, because actually a few people kind of said that they appreciate, obviously, while I'm trying to do non-Galactic Legend battles, that sometimes, you know, for those that do have Galactic Legends unlocked, it's kind of easier to see some suggestions how to use them. So I'm just gonna finish off now the video with a couple of these Galactic Legend comps. So maybe if you're struggling with your full Old Republic team to do much here, you can also again do some sort of cheese team here with Watt and Luke. Obviously with Luke in the lead would be easier because you could use his inherited teachings that will really allow your Old Republic to quickly defeat the enemies. But again, you know, trying to do that no leader feat here in Sector 1 while enemies are still not as powerful. But otherwise, it works similar like other teams. Obviously, their tank tech on Luke, so he has a permataunt, and then hopefully, you know, Old Republic are the one that are doing all the killing here. There we go, another kind of cheese teams. Definitely Rey and Luke, great for cheesing these kind of feats. If you have a Supreme Kylo Ren for health steal up feat, you could do something like this. I got just GS here, get a stun over there. Then I will pass turn over to First Order Officer. He can pass turn over to Palpatine. He can go ahead, apply health steal up on all your allies, and then he can just go ahead and smash the rest of the team. Because again, Palps will not get another chance for to get health steal up one more time. So again, one way as well, if you do have Kylo, you can throw in Palps there just for the health steal up feat quite easily. And there you go, I actually completed it at this point. You can, in terms of Nihilus and Sion feat, obviously you have Sith Eternal Emperor, you can go ahead and do this as well, instead of maybe using Vader. In this particular case, I used Dooku because I didn't need health steal up feat anymore, but if you still need health steal up while you're using this kind of team, you could maybe use Palpatine instead of Dooku. And you know, going up against Sith Eternal Emperor is very, very good, because he will pretty much remove all the protection from Skywalker, and Skywalker now will be just kneeling down, doing nothing, while you're tearing the rest of the team apart. Okay, so there we go. Okay, just speeding up the footage here. So here, obviously depends, can you survive the big hit? Now, my son barely hanging in there, got a stun there with Dooku, and now it's very, very easy to finish off Skywalker because he's stunned, so no counterattacks from him. So you go, another kind of team that can allow you to get, you know, those Sith feat done, global feat. Alright, and this comes through to the end of Sector 1. Let me just show you what I've done after playing through here. all the feats completed quite easily. Like I said, the only little bit grindy one is this Old Republic, but to be honest, you know, as much as the Old Republic here, they were quite, you know, it was... So kind of the only grindy one is a little bit the Old Republic feat, but we have this global feat, 40 battles with Old Republic units anyways. So, you know, you can just come back here every day, do 3 to 4 battles with Old Republic in Sector 1. Because, you know, from my experience, full Old Republic team is not all that powerful, especially in beginning when maybe you don't have the right data disks. So trying to use them in Sector 4 and 5, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. So better just come here in Sector 1, do a few 3 to 4 battles every day while you're knocking out global feat. You will automatically be completing this one as well. So it's not as grindy as it seems at first, just because of the global feat. So very happy with the progress overall so far. So we'll be obviously ready to jump into Sector 2. So this will come, this video, Sector 2 videos will be coming tomorrow. Just showing you the progress here after day 1, playing through Sector 1. I almost completed the no leader, their battles, up to 17 already, and all the other feats. Very good progress. I got 3 Nihilus and Sion battles out actually. Defeated 12 enemies with Malak or Revan. And I did 4 battles of full Sith Empire squad. So it just kind of confirms there that I was averaging 3 kills with either Revan or Malak with a full Sith Empire squad, and that's what I've been calculating. So if you're averaging around 3 after you've done 40 battles with Sith Empire, you will automatically complete these Malak and Revan kills as well. So it's kind of, even though there are 2 feats, is really 1 feat, to be honest. You know, it will not require you to do any additional battles. And same thing for Old Republic. We have all these Sector 1 Old Republic battles anyway, so it's not as bad as it looks. And the other 2, the bottom feats, obviously you have to complete the others to get these data disks first, so we'll cover those in the end. Alright, so that's all for today's Sector 1 video. Let's just go ahead, preview Sector 2, just to see what kind of data disk I get here in Sector 2, because I'll be playing through Sector 2 tomorrow and posting as well mini boss and final boss battles. So, again, to begin with, Grey Disk, I think I'll take the Protection Recovery. That can come in handy. I'm just going to pop it on. So these are now the discs I end up with: Amplify Agony, Protection Recovery, Critical Support, Caustic Emission, and 2 more Amplify Agony data discs. Definitely quite a nice set to begin with. Obviously I would like to diversify it a bit as we're going through, but I didn't have that amazing RNG really. Alright, so that's all for today's video, playing through Sector 1, just showing you some sector and global feats, some of the teams I used to be trying to complete as many feats as possible at the same time. I'll be shortly posting as well mini boss and final boss for Sector 1 video guide, so definitely be on the lookout for that one once it goes live. But until then, thank you for watching, I'll see you on the next one, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.